What's going on, everybody? I want to welcome y'all back to another episode of K9 Talk Podcast, man. This your boy DJ.
This your boy JT.
What's happening? It's it.
It's JoJo.
That's what's up, man. I know it's been a minute since we came back. Y'all, today's Labor Day, man. Wishing everybody a happy Labor Day out there. With that being said, we're going to get straight to it, man. Talk about these dogs. I know it's been a minute since we done got together. Man, at my camp, y'all, it's crazy right now. I know y'all probably going through some things too, but something that's been on my mind, it's something I want to speak on because I kind of wanted to get into it, is studying the dog. How do you know when you got a good stud? And then what do you go about putting it out there? You know what I mean? Because over the years, I've had people that, I got two boys on my yard, specifically that people done came and got at me with, or done question about, you know, wanting to use my stud, but they're not in state, you know. And I know a lot of times, that's why I want to speak to y'all about it, is y'all do the AIs and everything. And it's going to get to a point where, you know, a lot of times I like my dog to lock up, but I'm not able to do that. It's not feasible. You know, it just don't make no sense. And at the same time, there's already ways to get your sperm to another customer. You know what I mean? Right. And as I can see, you know, because you just did it not too long ago, you done had a beautiful litter. You know what I mean? By getting some sperm sent in. What is y'all take on that? You know what I mean? Are y'all working with some studs right now? How did y'all get to the point where you're working your stud?
Well, I have two studs right now that I'm working, and it's Jetpot and Cashpot. Part of getting them out there is, you know, you promoting them. Also, you know, they have to look good too. Yeah. You know, because, you know, people is not gonna want to stud to no bullshit. So with me, you know, because I'm in the Frenchies, I like to put them out the dog shows, and I let let a lot of people kind of see what they see for themselves. So promoting your dog is going to dog shows, constantly posting them on Facebook, Instagram, showing good video of them, and just doing your work out there. You know, doing your work. That's what you have to do to push your studs out. You know, right now there's so many studs out there. It's not, you know, guaranteed, you know, you're gonna reach everybody. But once you got your stud, even if it's not pushed out there for everybody to use, you can use that stud on your yard. And then people will buy the quality of them pups.
Okay.
So no, everybody might not want to use your stud, but they'll buy a puppy from you.
Okay. That's exactly where I'm at right now. Because it's you know, you might have you got a good stud, you know, you got a good one, but he might not be competition quality stud. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like my Bones, I feel like he just ain't for the, he lazy, he don't want to stack. But when you know this blood and I use that blood, the puppies coming out crazy. Like, you got to know how to breed it. And then it's like, guys have to be educated. Because they'll take this dog that ain't worth a damn and think you're going to breed it with it and get exactly what this stud look like. It ain't going to never happen. You're going to have to bring a female back to him from that. You know, you have to double up on the blood. That's what I've been learning, you know. Because the results are just way better when you can actually line breed and put it together right.
Yep. No, that's true.
You know what? You know, you're right about that, because like you can breed your male to any female, and you hoping your male can reproduce itself. But when you line breed, when you can take a daughter and breed it back to him, that's when you gonna see where he can the crazy structure. You're gonna see everything you want.
The percentage is higher.
Yeah. Instead of just hoping on getting lucky, and you might get lucky to get one that look like him,
But ain't that what a lot of people are doing out here, especially in your line, the bullies?
Scatterbreeding, they go for the mainstream without doing the research on the blood.
You
know?
just said something about, you know, you just made a comment not too long ago about not breeding to just anybody because you don't want your dog. Like you said, you got a stud, and this guy, Larry, comes and you ain't liking his female. You said something like you wouldn't bring to him. But at the end of the day, in the bully world, you know, I won't throw no names, but you know, at one time there was this one guy, you know, had a dog where there was 200-300 lock-ins.
Yeah,
he was showing people. At the end of the day, 200-300 lock-ins. There was a lot of bullshit being bred to that dog.
Yeah.
So is that your take? Like you would stand on it? Like I'm not taking my dog to anybody.
Hell no,
No,
breed.
no.
If you paying for
Cause
it,
but you gotta make the money, man. I ain't gonna tell. Like I said, I've told customers I don't think this the breeding that you would want to do. I've sent them to, they brought me a dog that's fully an American bully.
Right.
You're not going to get good results with that. Like, not what you're
so
looking for.
you wouldn't take that money?
I'll turn people away because so you got this beautiful stud, but he throwing out straight up bullshit. Well, hell, the first couple of them was like he ain't throwing nothing.
See, because what happened is exactly what you're talking about. I'm gonna piggyback off that because like it's a double-edged sword. So like if you got a good stud and you bringing them out, you want to breed to quality females, so your boy can have a fighting chance.
Yeah.
If you just breed to a motherfucker that just got a dog and is scatterbred and look like shit, you just hoping your boy can push out one or two that look good.
that's what you want to do.
Yeah, but there's just a kicker because if you just say, okay, if I'm bringing Jackpot out now, and I'm bringing him to some straight bullshit females, if he don't reproduce himself, it's gonna make him look bad.
Yeah.
Even though I'm making money a little bit, but it's gonna be slow because the puppy's not looking good.
Yeah.
Because he can't fight through the scatterbreed shit.
I don't know about that. But that bred to probably over 1,000 females.
Mm-hmm.
That back in the day, the bully world.
Yeah, but you're talking about a Michael Jordan and a Kobe. It's only one of them.
Yeah, and see, you got to think back then, it wasn't the numbers you got out here now. You couldn't really scatterbred to a bully like that. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have all these options. Now you got everything. Now you just trying to go to somebody popular so they can help you push your puppies because it's so saturated.
Yeah, but if somebody so how I look at it, if somebody bringing their dog to me, they see something in my dog that they want to come out, right?
Yeah.
You might get one or two. You know what I'm saying? You might not get nothing, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna breed to him. I ain't gonna turn him away.
See, that's where it's at. Who's to say that ain't that man vision? And like I say, you gotta if you get a female, you gotta bring that female back to actually see a better percentage of the pups you're trying to get.
Yeah. So what the line is, because I understand what saying about the money. I mean, you're not gonna turn nobody away, but it have to be a line drawn somewhere because a lot of people continue to bring bullshit after bullshit after bullshit.
And that's why I say that's why I tell them I didn't think it would be.
So you mean if I got a bullshit female and I'm saying, hey bro, I want to use Jack, man, because I feel like my female bigger. She ain't got no structure, nothing. She just a big ass female, but I want to shrink her down. I want to use Jack, trying to shrink her down and add a little color. You gonna turn me away?
I tell them I don't think you're gonna get that first look. You're not gonna reproduce Jack with what you got. That's what when I tell them how to do it, now if you listen, you can get there. Yeah. But it's gonna take more than just that first breed. You're gonna have to
come back.
You're gonna have to, because it's at the end of the day, it's still scatterbred if y'all ain't got relative blood.
Okay, so I read this one post over the weekend, right? This chick was talking about everybody breeding to this certain fluffy, and he was kind of long. She said everybody breeding to this long fluffy, and all the puppies coming out long. So that being said, man, you can't, when you bring your stud out, it's hard, but you have to stick to quality a little bit.
And you gotta breed them. You gotta get puppies on the ground. Yeah.
You gotta get the puppies on the ground because you got to show what your male can produce.
Yeah.
But they also go along with your stud, because if your stud is stud, then he should be able to breed to anything to reproduce. Reproduce itself at least 2 puppies, 1 to 2 puppies.
I haven't seen one that can successfully do that without it being if you take, because a lot of it be taking these American style pit bulls to the exotics. Everybody trying to get to that exotic.
Right.
I've never seen where that happened, and it's on the first breed.
Yeah.
I don't. If it happened, they just one lucky person, man.
I agree. I disagree with
that. That's on them. Ain't that work they got to put in? Then they got to take from that litter and then
bring it back
1 or 2, and then bring it back or find something else that's going.
Yeah, and no, because if no matter if I got a piece of shit dog, right?
Yeah.
And that's okay. If I got an average dog, right?
Yeah.
And I'm bringing it to your stud, I'm looking to get a puppy or two that look like your stud. So if you got a top notch stud, he should maybe at least try to deliver one or two.
But okay, how a lot of top notch studs that you see in the game now are scatterbred. They got that one good puppy out of that litter. You can't expect that to reproduce his look with something that's a piece of shit. Or just don't look good like that. Yeah. I haven't seen it. I've seen where they might like puppies Bones first couple breeds. The puppies are bigger. Bones bred to a pocket his first breed. Yeah. They look like him in the face, but they end up with the pocket body. They don't have his small body. It's never the complete. I've never seen a complete package. Okay, where you took scatterbred and put it with a heavy bred and just got that.
So the question is, do you breed the anything?
If I let them choose, but I tell them the truth. I tell them what they have to do, and like breeding is a commitment. If you're trying to breed a program, build a program, you're gonna have to do more than that one breed. You're not gonna superstar. If you get a superstar out of that breed, guess what? You done hit the lottery. Okay, that's just.
It sounds like y'all ethics is gonna get in the way of somebody else's vision. That's what it really sounds like. Because just say you're telling me all this, but I'm seeing your pup, and in my mind, you might not think my female's all that, but I believe she is. Mm-hmm. And I believe to pit her with your male is going to produce something.
Then that's the risk you got to take. But you're going to have to do it more than one time. You can't do it with, if you bring me a pit bull looking bullet, skinny bullet, yeah, you can't expect me to produce you a 9-10 inch dog with a big head and that look like the dad.
Okay.
Because they usually take
but is
out
that really the expectation of somebody? I mean, I know they're expecting, okay, if I bring my female to your male, obviously I like something in your male. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, that person got to have their own vision of what they want. They want to produce something better than your male.
Yep, but your vision ain't going to sell. So then what happened to your vision?
But then that goes back to the big breeders that got 200, 300, 400 lock-ins.
It's going to be a lot of bullshit. That's why you only see they're going to post the pup that, okay, so out of this 100, you got 2-3 pups that came out looking like the dad. Out of these 100 breeds.
Okay. But you'll never see them bullshit ones.
You ain't going to see them. They never going to post no bullshit.
Exactly. So why even worry as a breeder? Should I worry about
you're not going to
taking my dogs to certain females? Because at the end of the day, if there's the bullshit produced, the people I know, they're not even going to show that.
No, you're right. Not the breeders, but the customers.
Yeah.
And so I'll give you an example. I'm going to give you a clean fucking example, right? All right. So Bones, right? You don't pay over $8,000 Bones. You got this high expectations, right? You post them up, say, hey, stud them out $1,000. Yeah. You stud them out, you finna get them out there. Say it come to you with a fucking dog tall than the motherfucker. Listen now, tall than the motherfucker, long than the motherfucker. This Bones first breed. Now, I got $2,000 to give to you because I believe in your dog that he can fix my dog. Would you breed to that dog on his first breed?
Yeah.
Now, okay. Now, so this way it said it because this where the W.S. was come in. Because if you breed to that dog, right, all them puppies come out looking like bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Now, you're not going to post it, but I'm going to post that dog. Well, say going to post his dog. All of them bullshit. Mm-hmm. Now, me sitting back, I'm saying, okay, damn, Bones can't do nothing with that. You see what I'm saying? So
point me to a dog who can.
Man,
point me to one who can, because I'm telling you, I've seen them. I don't care who go to. I've seen some fucked up crown dogs.
Yeah.
I don't care how good crown look. You breeded the bullshit. But see the thing. First of all, you gotta experiment with your dog, because you can just say he gonna do all this, but you don't know until he put a lid on the ground. But I inform the person that you're not gonna get him out there first. I don't think you're gonna get him. I tell them the truth. If they choose to do it, yeah, bring me when you get a female puppy. But then you bring this puppy back.
But that's not the question. That's not the question. The question is, would you, as a stud owner, would you breed to some bullshit when you got the top quality? If you got top quality dog, would you breed him to some bullshit his first 5 breeds?
Yeah. Unless I'm doing it in the camp exclusively, because you got to see what he can do. Now, if I can put some on the ground off of that bullshit, that helps me. You know what I'm saying? But if I don't, well, I mean, look at the female, bro. Because that's what a big time breeder's gonna tell you. My dog ain't a magician. You know what I'm saying? You think I'm bullshitting? You think I'm bullshitting? But it's a breed like mine. Now a breed like Prescanera or something like that. That's a more established breed. You might have a ragged ass female, but this blood is so it's the developed breed. The bully breed. It's scattered. It's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? This is you throwing that. You just throwing it and hope you hit.
Yeah. But going back to what you was talking about too, Daryl, I know you said something about people pulling up to do the breeds and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like in your breed, for instance, I guess a lot of people would because they want to do the tie, like you said, you want to do the natural ties. And stuff. But we do the AI, so
exactly.
I still feel like you can still ship and do the same thing we do. But at the same time, I think yours is most on that natural tie.
People want to do that natural tie, but at the same time, if somebody's in California, or like when I did stud my dog out and I had to ship something to Louisiana, everybody ain't gonna be able to get to you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But you got to be careful with that too, though, because you don't know what female, especially ties. Now you don't know what that female, what bacteria she may have. You don't want your dog tying. You don't want your dog tying. You don't know how these people take care of their dog.
That's why they do AI.
Yeah, AI is the safer.
STDs over here.
They can do it. I got the name of it, but it will fuck your mail up. You know what I'm saying? And your mail ain't gonna get.
Dogs do carry STDs.
Yes, very, yeah.
That's why people don't do the ties. They do once you get to do AI.
Yeah.
That's the reason why.
Real talk.
Bacteria.
And you might have some you might have some backwood country folk ain't never gave the dog a bath.
Shots and nothing.
You don't want to go in no female ain't never had no bath.
That's crazy. That's new to me. I've never heard that. Right?
You ain't never heard that?
Nah, I ain't never heard that.
That's why they do ties. That's one of the reasons.
A lot of time I hear people do ties, to save their male, save the female, not to hurt them as much and things of that nature. But I've never heard that.
Because a male you keep on pulling, you pulling them every day, he can be in pain. You know what I'm saying? If you can let them hit, they stuck and they got to,
And that's one of the reasons why I really ain't up. I'd rather have my dog naturally lock up because my boy don't like getting pulled. And I see a lot of y'all with the Frenchies and bullies, like them.
Well, see, they used to it.
Like they ready for it. Like,
they know as soon as the glove go on, boy. Oh, we about to have some goddamn bull. See me go near the glove.
Oh, it's playtime.
Oh, yeah. He already know it.
Man, it take Jack 2 minutes now. If not 1 minute.
Yeah.
As soon as you touch it.
Soon I touch him, he ready.
Yeah, my boy with it, boy. Listen, he can get me to look like, boy, listen, I might have to try it. Pull me one more time, let's try it. My shit ain't made for this, boy. Like,
real thing.
Yeah, he a man, boy. Listen, bring her here. That's he bring her here, man. Hey, that's crazy right there. But you had a situation where you was gonna take a dog, and then how much is that a problem in the world of you got a female, you're trying to find a stud? I know you was trying to deal with somebody out of state, and they wouldn't give you everything you was looking for. You was looking for more video before you took that trip down there with your dog. How often are you finding them problems? Dealing with stud owners. You know what I mean? Because I guess sometimes as a stud owner, you got enough breeding that people contact you. Some people won't get the big head. You know what I mean? So tell them about that situation, man. How did that work out?
All right, I had a situation that I had a situation where I was gonna breed a honey pot. And I talked to the guy a couple months ago, and everything was lining up. He sent me some pictures and everything. I asked for a video at the time, and he sent me a short video. So I said, okay. It was like 3 or 4 seconds. I said, okay, or whatever. So as time went along, I'm still keeping in contact with him, and it's been like 3 months now. So now I'm a female ready. So I said, hey man, I'm gonna be driving to Florida, and I'm bringing female. It's only me and my dog. It's a 10-hour drive or whatever. And I was like, can I see a 15-second video? Cause Sid told me, look, as for a 15-second video of him walking around, him walking the dog. I said, big. Cause Sid was like, you don't want to get down there and you don't want to be in no surprises. So I texted him all that. I said, look, it's a long ride and I don't want to be in no surprises. And I said, I'm not no window shopper. I said, everything official. Check my page out. I'm good. And then I said, I seen the money within like a couple of minutes. Deposit if you just show me the video walking around. And this was a breeder from Instagram or whatever. So So this was on a Friday. This was on a Thursday, and I was gonna come that Friday, and then we were gonna do it that Saturday. Well, that Thursday when I asked for the video, he texted me back and he said, "I don't do all that."
And that dog ain't like that.
And so
Is it not like
The dog
that?
piece of
Is it
shit.
not like that? Or how many times you think he might have done got calls like that?
It don't matter, bro.
It
That's
don't
what
matter.
you. That's what you in this bit. You in the business. You gonna deal with window shoppers. But you got
That's
the
in
serious
every
cat.
business.
Had the same thing happen with I don't even give a fuck. That cat had the two twins, Drama and Two Face. Ask him for a video. He don't fucking respond to nothing, bro. But then I see a real video later, and I can see fucking why them dogs want shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And so
That they don't have when they know that they gonna be see the fucking Photoshop, dog skinny and all this other shit.
They ain't showing the hiding something.
Yeah, they hide something.
And see, and man, and that's the biggest thing on Instagram. It is full of bullshit. Everybody, 90% of people on Instagram don't show videos of their dogs. Nothing but good looking pictures. When you ask for video, they don't respond.
They don't. Yep.
Or it's just they think you're supposed to go off the pictures, man.
Yeah.
And so this guy, I'm like, I'm a known breeder. I ain't known in the world, but you can check my profile out and see I'm not no window shopper.
Yeah.
So like, he had something to hide because he was y'all gonna pay $2,000. Who don't want $2,000?
Yeah.
Especially when you checked out my profile and you say, okay, this guy got some dogs. You know what I'm saying? This is a potential, buyer with him. So let me just make sure everything lined up. Nah, he didn't do that. He didn't want to send that.
And see, you can't tell, like, now the Photoshop so good, you can't tell if it's it ain't, some of them ain't a raw picture, but even with the raw pictures, they can damn alter them things, man. They can alter videos now, man. It's like, that's why if you can go to a bigger show, or you can go see the breed that you're dealing with and go see it in just a big setting, that's when you look for your studs, man. That's when I bred the Kobe way in California, but I've seen Kobe several times.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't go in there blind because you're gonna get fucked.
But you know what though, man? I think the new wave was gonna be people really gonna start looking on YouTube. Because it's hard to hide your shit on YouTube when you're doing video.
Yeah, you gotta do a long video.
See, when you go to my channel, JT is French's everybody. But when you go to my channel and you can go see my dogs running, you can see everything. I don't hide nothing. So that right there, I can just go to a buyer and say, hey, check out my page. And go through everything. And if you see what you like, then you come back and holler at me. See, a lot of people, they don't have YouTube. They don't want to show their dogs on YouTube. They don't want to do none of that. You know what I mean? They want to hide behind the pictures. So you have to be very, very careful, man, because there's a lot of people that's running scams and getting got.
I think he was definitely trying to hide something, though, man. I think the biggest thing with me, though, my take on that, man, is like, at the end of the day, that's bad business. Like, as a business owner, I feel like the customer deserves that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If they want to see, if they want to see a picture, I'm gonna send them a picture. If they want to see the video, I'm gonna send them a video. Regardless of how many people I got hitting me up about wanting to say,
it can get overloaded. It can get overloaded. But I guess if you already got 15 seconds, then you can send that to everybody. You
exactly. That's what I'm about to say. At the same time, if 100 people don't ask and you ain't got one,
yeah.
Come on now.
But at the same time too, I understand there's a lot of window shoppers out there. But
they can overwhelm you now.
But I check out your profile.
Yeah.
Because if you got dogs like I got, and you're a breeder, okay, then I know you pretty much can be serious or whatever. Yeah. But just somebody who got some bullshit, it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a loss. At the end of the day, it's a loss.
Because they set me back.
Yeah.
Because
now you got another 6 months. You gotta wait. Yeah.
I gotta wait another 6 months, and they set my program back because what happened is I have Gigi and her puppies had dropped. Yeah. So I was gonna bring Honeypot and the puppies I put. I was gonna take them back to off Gigi. Yeah. So I had my program set right, and then this fucker just bullshitted me, man. I'm serious. I want to call him out so bad. I'm serious, man. I won't come out, but
we're gonna start calling y'all.
But let me ask you this: Did the dog you seen on picture? You like what you seen?
Yes. Every picture I like.
And did you like his program?
Yeah.
But everything up until, like you say, that last second.
Yeah, because I feel like if you can provide me with video, and I'm about to spend money with you, and you know that we talking on the phone, constant communication. So if you know that, why you can't provide me with a 15-second video?
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you that. This person right here who you was trying to breed with, is he on that level?
Yes.
Like what I mean on that level is where you know this man, you know he been doing this thing for a minute. You know he official. Is it not crazy to think that somebody on that level right there maybe seem like they ain't got time for the little stuff like sending videos, but if they're lasted that long and doing that good, then you know you're going to and get a quality product.
Well,
Is that basically, in a way, was he saying, could that what would he be saying? Like, I ain't got to do all that. You know what I mean? My past work should speak. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but at the same time, yeah. See, that's the thing. That's the thing right there. Think about this. Think about this. You a business owner.
Yeah.
You gotta have some type of customer service.
Right.
Don't forget where you come from.
Right.
Would you rather go to McDonald's or would you rather go to Chick-fil-A?
I know.
Yeah.
Listen.
You see what I'm saying? Okay. I'm going to Chick-fil-A just because they say have a nice fucking day. But if I got to deal with this motherfucker in the window, don't say nothing, give my money, and get the fuck on out their face. You know what I'm saying?
It's a bit different because
You know, it's the way you treat people.
If you're a stud owner, man, you got to provide all the information. Man, fact, man, somebody shouldn't even have to ask. You should have it already.
Have it ready.
Because like that's the thing. I don't have nothing with my dogs. I got videos. If you like them, you like them. You don't, you don't. But that same question. I ain't got somebody that send videos. I ain't somebody that say, show me like puppy or pictures, productions, and none of it. Everything should be lined up. If you breed a stud, you should have it out there.
And it ain't a breed in this world that don't have pictures and videos of their dog.
But this the thing, though. This the thing.
Now let me ask you: have you looked at people who done dealt with him? Because I'm gonna give you an instance, right?
Nope.
Dodge got the demon. I've never seen a video or a commercial about Dodge Demon. I'm pretty sure if I go to Dodge and be like, "Hey man, let me test drive that scat right there," like, nah, you ain't test driving this motherfucker, because they already know what their product is. You know, when you go to Dodge, you already know what you're coming for. You know, you coming for that. Is that not kind of in the dog world? Like at a certain point, you're at a level like,
no, because you ain't gonna be making no damn money.
You gonna test drive that motherfucking dog first, right?
they ain't letting you ain't test driving no maybe a scat or something, but you ain't test driving no demon.
But see,
shit, hell, if I show it, they might do a credit check first, but you gonna let me drive? I'm not finna go buy no $100,000 car without driving that shit.
No, I don't think you test drive no demon.
No, but
I never had.
But you know
because Dodge is already sitting on. But you ain't got to buy this. Somebody else is gonna come buy this.
No.
So do you miss out on that because you're in your feelings because they won't let you do something, but they already got a track record?
No,
and it showed you like
that's the same thing. Like I was telling you, as a business, like I'm not gonna let you test drive my car. You wearing dust.
Yeah.
I'm checking out your profile.
But
no.
Yeah.
But I'm checking out your profile.
Yeah.
I ain't got time for the bullshit.
Yeah.
Joe, come with me. Okay, you can test it out, and so that refers back to the profile.
Yeah.
If I got a male and somebody want to breed to him or whatever, I'm gonna look at their profile. Okay, this guy pretty serious. I'm still gonna give him a chance, but me looking at their profile allowed me to say, okay, this guy's serious.
Yeah.
So it's all about kind of checking their profile, checking them out. You know what I mean?
I think sometimes you might can miss out. You don't think that maybe you might have?
I don't think you can, because if somebody is a business owner, just like I say, I'd rather go to Chick-fil-A and McDonald's. Customer service is what.
That's it.
I don't like McDonald's food.
Let me ask you this: that person you want to breed with, how long you think he's been in the game?
Actually, we saw him at the Rumble of the Jungle. I got him on video.
Yeah.
I got him on video.
So he got.
What was that dog there?
That dog.
Not that dog.
That dog mama was there.
That dog mama was there. And that was the smallest dog me and Sid ever saw in our life.
Okay.
See what you're saying, you're building a point on he got quality. He shouldn't have to go out his way.
No, because
you never know what the male look like now. You never know.
That. I don't think we had seen, to that point, I don't think we had seen no puppies off of this male either.
Yeah.
Okay.
Male ain't nothing but right at a year old.
Okay. Yeah.
So
you don't know how he produced.
You don't know what he producing. You don't know
Could be
what.
altering videos. I see this one out here throwing rat tails or some shit on French.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the mama may not have one, but if he's throwing that, guess what? He a fluffy throwing rat tails where you got another dog in there.
But in that, now this is a different subject, but that go along to knowing who you breed. because if you breed to some scatterbred shit, like if I got a dog that's scatterbred, but he's a good dog, I don't know his blood. I don't know what's going
What's
on.
gonna throw? What he gonna throw?
But like this dog that threw the tail, I
Yeah.
know what dog he did the tail, and to me he made more like a bully, and it explains the tail.
The tail. Yeah.
Because the Frenchies, they have a little bit longer legs in front.
Yeah.
This dog legs like this right here. So he more of a bully. And so the guy they was like, your dog throwing tails. And so the guy was like, look, I'll tell y'all where I got this dog from. I bought this dog such and such, such and such. But what the guy don't know is when you dealing with dogs that's scatterbred, they can throw anything. You just don't
It
know.
can go back 4 generations. I'm seeing stuff from generations. It's 4, 5 generations back. Like that phone with the black mask. Can't get away from it. In Cookie's bloodline, any dog that I've had off of Cookie, I will still throw that phone and that black mask in one puppy. Every little. And it don't matter. It don't matter. I don't care if I take it to a lilac dog. It don't matter what color Merle. Don't matter. I'm gonna get that off of Cookie bloodline. Every little. Every single one.
So she got it.
She got it, yeah, in the back, but it's like 3, 4 generations back on her. The only one is 3, 4 generations back. And I will get one every little off of bloodline.
Yeah.
Like when I breed Bones back to his daughter, I promise you I get one.
But not every dog.
No, just one. It's always one. It's all from well, the bigger litters like 8 count.
Yeah.
The 8 hook litters, it might have 2 of them. Yeah. But most I've seen is 2. And that's gotta be a big litter. But the smaller ones, I always get one. And that's it's generations back. I don't even really count shit no more when it's 4 generations back. I still get it.
Yeah.
That's right.
But
yeah. That's
I
just
don't
how
know.
dominant it is.
This is why I'm kind of looking at the dog game right now, especially from the breeder standpoint. Does it really even matter anymore
On what?
on standards or anything? Because let me ask you a question before I go into where my head's at. Your Frenchies, would they be considered exotic because they're not really standard? Or the Frenchie 10 years ago, what people knew as a French bulldog?
Okay, check this out.
And how what was that level to get them smaller? You know what I mean? Because at one time, French bulldogs were, I ain't gonna say they were working, but they were different.
Inbreed.
Man, you know what? Like, Frenchies,
What got to the point where now they're smaller, they're shorter, they're compact, that level right there, and what makes that still a Frenchie, but it's not the look of what the Frenchie used to be or the standard.
well, it's not. I mean, like a lot of Frenchies, it's like different standards. It's like they come in different sizes.
Yeah.
So years ago, a lot of them were small, but they didn't maybe have no structure or whatever. So the game changed because now more people get into it. They have different visions. So now they're adding an exotic look by breeding like a small dog to another small dog, and dog with a big rope. So they're adding like different features to that to make them exotic.
Now, where did Big Rope come from? Do y'all know anything about Big Rope?
I'm gonna tell you, it's either an outcross or heavy inbreed. Because with inbreeding, you gonna come up with some dwarfism.
Yeah.
You can lock in a dwarfism trait.
Oh.
That's why you got nano bullies now, but nano bullies got a Frenchie somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it's got to be an outcross and inbreed. But you can lock that. You have to lock that nano shit in. The small. If you get midgets, guess what? You're gonna come up with some fucking legs that's fucked up, just like a little person or whatever human.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say that happened because of inbreed, but somewhere down that line, that trait is getting passed.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And when you doubling up on these bloods, that's when you lock that stuff in.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some breed,
Okay, now let me ask you. Okay, I'm gonna throw my dogs off in there. The Americana Depressor. I'm gonna throw them in there with what's that? The Fluto and what's the other dog? The curly dog that got real popular. They mixed with Golden Doodles. Why are these dogs right here that are not standard? You know what I mean? Gaining such a popularity. You know what I mean? With them, why should people even care what you're producing? It seems like at the end of the day, is you can almost produce anything as long as you stand on it and like it, you're gonna be able to follow.
Well, I think those
because like the Flutos, like How are they gaining the
I
following?
think the Floodle and the Golden Doodles, though, I think they gaining more popularity based on that the allergen, like the people that's like allergic.
They share too. They share too. They share too.
That's
They must be saying they not.
I heard they bad with
hair
shit.
gonna come out.
I've heard they have the same. Yeah,
The floaters.
and I've heard they unhealthy too. You know, but you won't hear about it because, and I would hate to bring race and all that, but the culture, who's promoting. If you can get them dogs on TV or whatever, we can't get bullies on TV too quick. Well, how many bullies have you seen on a popular TV show?
There's too many black people got
That, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to see that. You know what I'm saying?
Have a little black eye like the pit bull.
Yeah,
because of the people who got it.
Yeah. You're gonna see what they're gonna show is the fucked up inbreeded bred ones, how they come out. Yes, you gonna get something like that if you're inbreed, but that's in every breed.
Yeah.
I don't care what breed it is, it's in every breed. They might call them, or but if you sitting here and you got an 8 count and hell, one of the feet might be wrong on 4 of them, but 2 of them came out good. I'm not finna kill 4 puppies. I'm finna pet home now. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody gonna love it.
Somebody gonna love that dog. But hell, he just ain't ready. He ain't ring ready.
He ain't ring ready. Yeah.
Now the Americana depressants, they probably more so gaining popularity based on like the. I would say this is for me thinking that's like the protection wise.
Yeah, I think protection dogs are always gonna, have their place in this world. This way the world is. But I think just with 2025, I don't think people need to be so stuck on standards no more. I think we're really living in a new day and age where anything's possible. You know what I mean? You can put, I believe if you stand on it, you can put anything out there. But like I say, depending on the tone, the color, and your background, is going to be that much harder. Because like my dog, the American Depressor, its standard came out in 2019, but a lot of people don't know. You can Google it. A black guy out of Georgia produced that breed. You know what I mean? And it's really one of the first line of dogs that ever was produced and started by a black person. You know what I mean? So, and this is the thing I tell a lot of people, like 98% of my customers are black. You know what I mean? So it's just like,
Like boo-boo.
Yeah, so it's like at the end of the day, I don't think, a lot of times we start looking at standards, but it's somebody else's standards, but we'll never be able to reach that because this is who we are. Yeah. So it's kind of like, I understand like the bully and the French bulldog where they're going and the Floodle. A lot of people are taking that and just like, okay, this is what it is. You know what I mean? Because I tell people like at the end of the day, like I would not be as successful what I'm doing with my dog if I would have went and got Doberman pictures. Because there's already so many people already doing it.
Is it dead or is the work you put in?
But it's like I say, he probably couldn't get. He probably wouldn't get his prices that he get now.
It's the work he put in because ain't nobody around here really got them dogs. In the way he promote them, in the way he consistently work, shit, he can do that if you had Dobermans. The way you put in that work is gonna sell. It don't matter what breed you in, you have to put in that work, promoting, studying,
or be in the right spots. Like be in the right shows. Be in the right areas.
Like I say, you took that breed and like me, you was talking about dogs 2.5 years ago. Yeah. You were like, fuck, I'm about to got them get some dollars. I kept talking about. You got them found your lane. You could have picked the Doberman. You did the same fucking thing and been successful. I know because you put in that work. Yeah. You know what I mean? As long as you put in that work, it don't matter what dogs it is, it's going to show. And that's what we were talking about earlier, the studs. You have to put in that work. Scoop your dog. A lot of your YouTubers, everybody knows Scoop. You know what I'm saying? It's what you put into that dog to get them out there.
Yeah. I know Rottweiler breeders still getting $5,000 a pup.
Yeah. But you don't see that many Rottweilers no more, man.
That's because you're in the bullies.
Yeah.
What?
Just
out in the community, you don't see them like that.
I don't know no Rottweiler owners.
I know somebody out here that got one.
Yeah.
Really? It's rare that you know. I might know one person that got one, but it's just like I say. But now, like just like how we the subdivisions, how they coming everywhere. Apartments.
Mhm.
Big old Rottweilers ain't, they'll ban that dog. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I've had somebody, they banned a micro bully, and I'm like, this motherfucker ain't even 30 pounds, you know, what the hell, you know, but just because it's pit bull back then, you know,
Yeah.
but it, you know, the bigger size dogs, I think, are losing popularity just because of how areas are growing.
Now, could you cut your dogs down?
Smaller. Yeah.
What would you cut it with?
Nah, actually, see, this is the thing, right?
Yeah.
With my dogs being mastiffs, it's like how he was saying the other day, like he was just saying a second ago. You breed them enough, you're. I ain't gonna say they're scatterbred, but you're not getting a uniform litter. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because like, okay, out of the litters I done produced, right? A lot of them, 90% of them look the same. But for some reason, I am getting some smaller ones and I'm getting some bigger ones.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'm still trying to figure out, like, like I say, different stuff is still popping up.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just like my boy Lucky. And this one's kind of been messing with me right now. I haven't yet, and I still got some still growing. I haven't produced a boy like my boy Lucky. You know what I mean? He's bigger than his dad, Scoop. But I know where he took after comes out from his mother. She's a bigger bone dog.
Mm-hmm.
But I took Scoop again, different breeders, and I've not produced another big one, 140, 150 pound dog.
Hit him with the mouth.
You know what I mean?
You
And
get what you want.
that's my plan this time. I'm going to take
You get what you want.
Lucky back to his mother so I can get the bigger dogs.
You get what you want.
But at the same time, too, out another litter, my second litter with Scoop and Molly, I produce a smaller dog. Right now, my boy Punisher, right, he's sitting at about 85 to 90 pounds.
How?
2 years old.
Oh,
85 to 90 pounds.
Yeah.
Now, I just told you he is his brother off another litter. Lucky's 140 right now, but he's been as high as when I was feeding too much, almost 160. The Punisher's too. He ain't getting, like I said, he was 86 pounds 2 months ago when I weighed him. He's a small dog.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, I'm getting them extremes too. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, if I want to get a smaller dog, and this is what I want to ask y'all too, right? I officially call him a runt. Do y'all think he will produce smaller dogs like him? Or will his bigger genes from his dad and mom come out?
Both.
That's both. You have to see.
Both.
Because there's a
Sometimes-
reason he's a run.
Yeah. Sometimes, like, with the little one, they can produce, big ones. But pretty much it'd be maybe one or two. So that's how you can start your smaller line.
Yeah.
By keeping the female off him that's small and then bring back him.
Oh,
So now
shit.
you got two different
Now
sizes.
you keeping his genes.
And then not only that, you tighten everything up. So you breed a female off of him, the smallest one, I don't give a damn, it's 5 pounds bigger than him.
Yeah.
The smallest one, breed them back to him, and that shit create your line.
You gotta lock it in.
Yeah, like you might not have completely small dogs, but I that little should have 3 or 4.
Yeah. Right on that 85 to 100 pound range.
Yeah.
So like I say, that boy right there, he's about 85 to 90 pounds right there, but every other dog off his litter that are males are already 130 pounds, 120, 130 pounds.
But see, and that's something you can introduce your customers to, the people who got apartments.
Yeah.
Because they might can't have a dog, might can't handle a dog 140 might be too big for an apartment.
Yeah.
But a dog 85 pounds is getting around the lines,
yeah.
you know what I mean? So they can be introduced, that's something you can introduce to as a second line of smaller dogs. For people who have apartments and shit.
And people been asking about that, but like you say, I guess it's more room, man, because when I look at that's the thing I'm looking at too now. Y'all got smaller dogs, but it's at a point now where with this breeding and trying to produce and different looks, you gotta have the room to do that stuff, man.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You got to.
Yeah, because it takes. Yeah.
Not even
It
that.
takes time.
Time,
It takes
too.
time. Yeah. It takes years. It takes years. You know what I'm saying?
You can't rush it in this dog game, man.
Yeah.
So, because you figure I'm about 4 years in. You know what I mean now with breeding, and I want to be farther than where I'm at. But then I look at some people who've been doing it a lot longer, and I look at my 7 dogs. But there's some breeders out there that got 20, 30 dogs on their yard.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're doing it where I want to be at that level.
Yeah, but they're not working 12 hours.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're working 12 hours.
Gotta have time.
You got to have time.
Yeah.
You got to.
Do you think with the bullies and the Frenchies, you can come full time not working?
I know,
Okay,
people
very good.
people that do, but they got, like you said, $20 and $30.
Yeah. And that's-
Actually, the ones that I know, they got multiple breeds. They ain't got just Frenchies. They got bullies. They got Frenchies.
Yeah.
They got Maltese.
That's what I'm starting to see too more now. You know what I mean? Like people who are breeding or are doing at a good level. Like okay, like one time they might have had masters like me. Now all of a sudden they done got a French bulldog that popped up. They ain't said nothing about it, but low key they breed French bulldog now. They see the lane. I guess they already got the clientele. They've been doing it long enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, they jumping into it, man.
But when they cross over, though, the product don't be the same because they, you used to what you used to,
Yeah. But I'm saying too, man, once you get to a certain level, they ain't got to go as hard as we got to go.
Nah, you right.
To sell their puppies. And they ain't really got to look as good as our dogs look.
Yeah.
To still sell their puppies, man.
But that's like every in business. Once you establish, then you can pretty much.
It's like McDonald's.
That's why you got to be patient, though. 'Cause
Yeah.
people are going to see your product compared to what they bought.
Okay.
So I done had Silver, man. I should have never bought that dog. I should have came, this and that. But your prices might have been a little higher, but yeah, like it's gonna be seen when you can put your dogs next to those supposedly big wigs and he shuts that shit down. It's gonna be seen. Like just like I say, it takes that time. People you gotta build like the established people. They built a trust with people. So I'm gonna keep going back to this guy because I like what I got from him.
Get business
Until I get shut down by somebody else.
Yeah.
That's true, because I don't seen some big name breeders around here. Like I said, they got 2 or 3 different breeds, man. But like I ain't gonna say they fell off.
Yeah.
Like they don't slow, their business don't slow down. And you can tell.
Yeah,
Prices
because
done went from here to here.
because it's a difference. Once you start breeding, like if you're not working, now you breeding kind of the main tank to make money, really up and know your living or whatever, and you kind of get out your plan. Now you're just breeding anything just to get the money. But if you can continue to stay within your program, stay with the building structure, you'll last in the game a while.
I ain't gonna say that, because when I'm talking about, he stayed in his lane.
No,
And he didn't change. And that's why his price is what he hit now.
Yeah, but he was breeding bullshit. He ain't had no program.
But he should. It sound like he should have changed.
He didn't change. Yeah.
But not only that, he was just breeding like anything to anything.
Like the dope boys really shooting
and
him.
so the
He was
level
a man.
Yeah, he was the man. We talking about hundreds of $1,000s he probably making.
Yeah.
But that shit go to an end because when you don't have a consistent look and you just breeding anything, you'll get away with it the first couple of years, but sooner or later, man, people will realize you selling bullshit.
Yeah.
Because you're not reproducing. You can't reproduce a certain look. You just selling.
People get comfortable, man.
Yeah.
Because like I'm at the level right now, like I feel like I got to put out the best product possible. Show my dogs in the best
That's
light.
the goal anyway.
But
That's your goal
like how
anyway.
you say, I think some people really get to a point where they don't look at it like that no more. At this level, we got to.
Well, how he looked at it, I think he was more so he was buying. He's spending $15,000-$20,000 on dogs.
Yeah.
Turning around and breeding them, selling the puppies, and then he's selling that dog and trying to go to something else. But he was just selling bullshit.
Yeah.
Like what we was talking about earlier. He'll buy a nano bully and breed it to a standard.
And
He just got there slinging the damn puppies, but it was bullshit.
And people still coming to him because of his.
I mean, he could
track
probably
record,
cut
but
the price, He
but there's a guy that was when he talking about he was once selling dogs at $4,000, $3,000, whatever.
Shit, up there.
Up to now.
Motherfucker made $100,000. He showed me, no lie, right hand to God, showed me $100,000 in receipts when he made out this one stud. $100,000.
Yeah.
And then the area of popularity. You know what I'm saying? Being well known.
Yeah.
That helps.
Is there a blueprint?
For
Is there a blueprint to make $100,000 off a stud? Do y'all think there's a blueprint?
Nah, it's just you putting in work.
Work.
It's just you
What
putting in work.
y'all know him? What work would y'all think he was putting in?
Like I said, he was
Or he
doing
was just in the right area.
puppies, stud fees.
He was more reliable and consistent in Greenville. He lived in Grill, but he was consistent with puppies.
But he kept a little.
He kept a little.
little.
Matter of fact, man, he probably had over like fuck.
40 dogs.
Yeah,
It's like when you walk through his shit, it looked like it got like the dog pound.
yeah.
Like you walk through, you got dogs here, you got dogs.
It was clean though. He had dogs stacked from wall to wall on top of each other cages.
Double cages.
Listen, some in the middle.
Yeah.
But guess what?
Okay.
That motherfucker was clean.
Clean.
Yeah.
Listen, but what happened? He had a son and somebody else working for him.
Yeah.
He had the goddamn. He built a sewer pipe like in the
drain.
middle, like the drain. They run it out there. His shit was set up.
Yeah, to the
spray
drain.
down.
Yeah, but
It was like a pound.
now he was eating now. He was eating, but that shit it slowed down because he was breeding to make money, and now he don't have nothing to piggyback off of a structure wise or a consistent look.
Mhm.
He just like breed this dog, boom, sell it to dope boys. Breed this dog, sell it to anybody, 500, 800, 15. You know he was moving,
Yeah.
but that shit come to a halt zone when you can't reproduce the look.
Ain't nobody coming back and ain't nobody telling nobody else about your dog.
Yeah,
That's why somebody hit me the other night and he had been telling me, he got one of my dogs right now. He got a boy. He bought a fawn boy off me off my Layla and Lucky litter. That motherfucker looked so good. And he wanted people that take care of him, man. And this is crazy that he had 18-wheeler driver, so the dog be on the road with him. And that motherfucker looking so nice, man. But he telling me, like, everywhere he going, and that's a beautiful thing. He's on the road, 18-wheeler. So he's at these truck stops, people asking him. He's like, man, I got a lot of people asking about this boy. So, yeah,
So
man.
that means you gotta up your puppy count.
nah, that mean
And that's what's killing me right now, because it's like, okay, and it goes back to how we started, you know what I mean, where ethics, I don't want to be one of the people that's kicking out dogs, but at the same time, too, if you ain't got them on the ground, you ain't making no moves. You know what I mean?
But see, your line different though. People not in your dog line. People not buying your dog just to like breed. People not buying your dog just to breed. You know what I mean? And line breeding and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
So they use a protective dog. They like your dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So with you good because you can consistently breed. You know what I mean?
When y'all say most of the people that come for y'all get dogs, they got interior motives. Like, what is y'all? Because I know the bully and the Frenchie game right now, it's a lot of shows and people want to become breeders.
75%
What's
of people want to breed.
So
25%
is
just want to pet home.
damn.
Mm-hmm.
I say the opposite for me. 75% want pet home, but 25, I am getting the people that's coming to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say the same.
Yeah.
And I think that's why
Yeah.
I want to kind of going into next year. I want to kind of set my yard up for like, okay, boom, I got this litter right here strictly for pet home only. This right here, boom, either or pet home or breeders. You know
Now,
what I'm saying?
how do you do that? Is it certain dogs? Or
Certain dogs.
Okay,
How I'm looking at it like, so I got my color dogs and my fluffy that I'm working on,
Yeah.
but then I also want to bring back in the pie, the standards of the AKC.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it'd be more like your lower range pet home price dogs.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? For those people.
Yeah.
That's what I want to try and do going into 2026.
2026. What about you? What's your plan 2026, man?
Oh, I got some shit. Boy.
I'm so scared, man.
Yeah.
Around the cold.
Go.
Bullshit.
Nah. I got some good shit, man. I got some shit lined up, man. But I have 5 pups off GG that's off the ground.
Yeah.
Which they all should be fluffy carriers. They all should carry all type of the DNA, pink, rojo, and everything like that. So my goal for 2026 is to produce like a chocolate fluffy, rojo fluffy, pink fluffy.
Yeah.
So I got some real big goals, man. I'm ready to see how Jackpot sons come out. I've done bred Jackpot twice so far. So I'm ready to see what he can produce and see if he can reproduce himself. Man, of course I'm gonna breed Honey Pot 2026. So I got some shit lined up, man. I got some shit lined up.
What about you, JoJo? What's 2026 looking like for you, man?
2026.
We almost there.
Man, like I'm waiting on them to come in heat, man.
Okay. What females you work with right now?
Right now I got an infrared daughter.
Okay.
I ain't gonna tell you who we going to, but I got an infrared daughter. She a chocolate try. I got one of my Johnny Bones daughters. So I'm really, really working on my bloodline. I'm in my 3rd gen with that one. So we gonna put we got a daughter and he is the father, so we're gonna inbreed that one. And I'm gonna see, if I can create my next stud off of that. That's where I'm expecting my next stud to come from.
It's gonna come.
Yeah. So and in business by myself, so we just gotta, kind of downsize on my yard. So I can focus on my blood now.
You can focus by yourself now, so they put you in a position now to really like focus instead of breed.
Yeah, just having numbers. Quality. Yeah, now I'm trying to breed the top quality. Yeah, what I feel like is top quality.
Because it's by yourself, and it's easy to manage.
Yeah. So it's like more personal. I gotta go a little harder now, so it's all on me.
But they're gonna drive your prices on the pups too.
Right? Well, I mean, you ought to see the female. Y'all remember that chocolate female? Well, she was about that tall. Now her sister's about right there. So I got her, and she's Merle. So I'm expecting a lilac Merle. Hopefully, lilac Merle stud out of there. Hopefully, I can get a lilac Merle stud.
Nanos,
of course. Yeah, she's probably 8 inches tall. She might not even be 8 inches. She's super short.
Yeah.
Now, Bone's sitting at about 10 and a half, 11 inches.
Right.
But he has nano blood, so I feel comfortable running that breed.
Yeah.
No, okay.
What we looking at, I kind of want to go the other way, man, because y'all kind of got me excited right now. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. This conversation got me excited. It got me a couple of things thinking about right now where I need to go for 2026, right? And like how y'all was talking about the dude in Greenville who was doing it, my setup. Because a lot of people, one of the biggest things people like and fuck with me is because of care and love they see I give them my dogs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like I say, at the end of the day of my videos, if their living quarters and everything, I ain't saying it's bad, but if I step it up, because like I say, the cages and everything in my backyard, I've been, it's 2-3 years now. It's time for me to, step it up, better dog houses, stronger cages. You know what I mean? Like you said, just that the overall,
you're trying to have a better presentation of your dog.
Presentation,
yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing right now, man. That presentation, how the packaging, how your dogs come. It just can't look good, but what I mean?
Living quarters. How you really
how you take quarters, man. That really counts. I think that's what a lot of people messing up too. That people want to see the backstory about the dog. You know what I mean? Like that helps so much more.
But it really helping you, and it go back to what I'm saying. Like when you able to showcase what you have on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They give people opportunity to see, how they growing up puppies, how you taking care of them, they living quarters and everything like that. So it's about, really, really trying to step it up, man. Because like you can show people like, okay, damn, I don't went from this damn chicken fence to a goddamn chicken wire. It's some real shit.
That's big.
A lot of people, what I find out too, a lot of people on YouTube, people respect your grind. They like, people looking at us and they see this shit back here.
Yeah.
But when they see the real shit, they're like,
this nigga's in the studio now? They got microphones each one. Yeah. Okay. Let me sit here a while. Let me sit here and listen a little bit harder.
Yeah.
We must be talking about something. Hey, somebody want us to really, man, I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there now. But I hope we make it to the jungle next year, man.
Oh, yeah, that's in April.
I hope we make it to the jungle, man.
Because April, week before my birthday.
I hope we can make it to there, man, because I think we need to come out hard. Because I think, one thing with our promotion and doing this, and, you got your channel, I got my channel.
Oh, I got mine on
Facebook, Instagram. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, World Star Bulls, man. Check that out. Hey. It's crazy because you don't be thinking people be knowing you and watching you, but at the end of the day, we know how the world is. Motherfuckers watching us. Motherfuckers knowing us. They might not acknowledge when we come through, but motherfucker, you see my work.
Oh yeah.
And I think 2026 needs to be the epitome of that. You know what I mean? Like the icing on the cake, man. Like that's what. Because I'm hearing what y'all saying. Like with these next breeds I come up, boy, listen, I'm trying to pull something out of them. That's gonna be that motherfucker, man.
Mhm.
Y'all really. That's why I love having these conversations, man. Y'all got me like, hey, when I leave here, I'm about to go up to the backyard, boy. We gonna work.
I'm about to finish. You know how this shit don't stop.
I'm about to work, man, for real, dog. Hey, listen, it's gonna be a beautiful 2026, man. Y'all make sure JoJo, South Cac Exotics, me, Pure Quality Canine, Jamie with JT Frenchies, man, Sid, World Class Bullies, man. Definitely be checking with us, man. World Star. Did I say World Class?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, hey, same thing. You know what I mean? World Class, you know what I mean? World Star, but listen, the class is up there. Listen, nigga, 5-star shit for real, man. Fucking with my man Sig. He gonna give you on that next level shit. Ain't gonna be no ghetto shit. He gonna give you that dog you want. But yeah, man. Listen, I just want to see all of us prosper, man. And do beautiful things. I know we really put in these work. Hell, he got 2 dogs right here. Y'all probably heard barking earlier, man. This shit really what we do, man. Before we go, man, we've been here for a little minute. That gin starting to kick in. So we need to hit the camera for we start saying something crazy.
Yeah.
With that being said, man, y'all want to leave with anything? I think I'd have said what I'd have said, man. We about to go up, man. Listen, we about to be out there in y'all faces with it. And hey, man, it ain't gonna be no apologies, man. Listen, everybody had their turn.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I mean?
Y'all just stay locked in. Stay locked in.
Yeah, stay locked in. We finna start working. I've been taking a little break. Ain't been putting nothing out there, you know, trying to kind of get my little thoughts developed. You know, sometimes you got to take that mental break.
Shit.
So like now it's about time to start cranking it back up.
I got my foot on the goddamn.
Jamie working now.
I got some goddamn shit going on.
Jamie and that Bugatti.
Yeah,
300 on the
I got some shit going on. Bro.
Yeah.
I got Gigi Puts drop, and I got Baby D. She might be pregnant, and I bred her the damn jackpot, which is a line bred, and Gucci's his granddaddy. So I'm bringing him to a Gucci daughter. That's gonna tighten up the blood. That's gonna be crazy. So yeah, I got some shit going on.
Hey, you know what? While this weather's starting to cool down, man, I ain't gonna say the next video, but next couple of videos, man, we all need to bring one dog out. You know what I mean? Meet somewhere out, you know what I mean? Like we went downtown or somewhere. Yeah. You know what I mean? Meet somewhere, sit around, and like I say, man, you bring Bones out, I bring a stud, bring the dogs, and really show the people what we're working with. Because I love talking, but I love when we can evolve in dogs too, man. That's what it's really about, man.
I'm gonna pop out my new stud in a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Crash out, man. So I can be on the move. Crash out.
Okay. I ain't even know nothing about that.
I ain't gonna say nothing. I done got a sneak peek of Crash Out, man. That boy is. You ain't seen him?
I ain't seen.
You ain't seen him up close, man. You
ain't seen that yet.
Y'all, man, go over to JT Frenchies, man. And you know, I'm a big dog breeder, dog. Listen, these 5 weeks, y'all. 5 weeks, they ain't bigger than this red cup right here, man.
Yeah, them boys nice. The one he talking about, you go to JT Frenchies on YouTube. The puppy with the red collar, his name is Crash Out. He the best out the left. Hands down, the boy is bad. So we waiting on waiting on DNA. The boy gonna carry Fluffy. Hopefully pink, hopefully testable, rojo, so he should have it all, but the boy is bad.
Oh yeah. With that being said, man, hey, y'all, we appreciate y'all coming through. We'll check y'all out next time.